In the winter of 1692, in the Puritan settlement of the Salem Village, Massachusetts, a series of events unfolded that became one of the darkest chapters in American colonial history. The Salem Witch Trials led to the execution of 20 people and the imprisonment of many more, fueled by a volatile mix of religious fervor, political instability, and social tensions, with fear, superstition, and a flawed judicial system that failed to uphold fairness, drove the trials forward. The origins of the witch trials can be traced to the household of Reverend Samuel Parris. In January 1692, his 9-year-old daughter, Betty Parris, and 11-year-old niece, Abigail Williams, began exhibiting strange behaviors, screaming, convulsing, and contorting their bodies. When local doctor William Griggs could not diagnose their condition, he concluded they were victims of witchcraft. As word spread, other young girls in the village, including Ann Putnam Jr., Mercy Lewis, Mary Walcott, and Elizabeth Hubbard, began showing similar symptoms. The deeply religious community, already inclined to believe in the supernatural, became convinced that the devil was at work. Under pressure to identify their tormentors, the girls accused 3 women: Tituba, an enslaved woman in the Parris household; Sarah Good, a homeless beggar; and Sarah Osborne, an elderly woman entangled in legal disputes with neighbors. Tituba's coerced confession to practicing witchcraft and seeing the devil's accomplices fueled the growing hysteria, providing a model for future accusations. Meanwhile, Good and Osborne, due to their marginalized status, were easy targets and quickly imprisoned. The accusations soon spiraled out of control, spreading throughout Massachusetts Bay Colony. Even respected figures like Martha Corey were not immune, illustrating that anyone could fall under suspicion. By May 1692, Governor William Phipps established the Court of Oyer and Terminer to handle the growing number of trials. Under the leadership of Chief Magistrate William Stoughton, the court accepted spectral evidence, testimony based on visions of the accused performing witchcraft. Though impossible to disprove, this evidence played a central role in the convictions. Are you enjoying today's story? Smash that subscribe button so you never miss another spine-chilling tale. Let's get back to the video. Bridget Bishop, known for her independence and previous accusations of witchcraft, became the first person executed during the Salem Witch Trials on June 10, 1692. Over the following months, 19 more individuals, 14 women and 5 men, met the same fate by hanging. Among the condemned was Rebecca Nurse, a 71-year-old devout and highly respected woman whose conviction shocked the community. Although initially acquitted, public outcry from her accusers led the court to reverse its decision, resulting in her execution on July 19, 1692. George Burroughs, a former minister of Salem Village, was accused of being the ringleader of the witches. Despite reciting the Lord's Prayer flawlessly, a feat believed impossible for a witch, he was hanged on August 19, 1692, casting doubt on the legitimacy of the trials. Sarah Good, one of the first to be accused, was also executed. As she was led to the gallows, she famously cursed Reverend Nicholas Noyes, one of the presiding judges, declaring, "I am no more a witch than you are a wizard, and if you take my life, God will give you blood to drink." Years later, legend claims that Noyes died from a hemorrhage, fulfilling her ominous curse. Martha Corey and her husband, Giles Corey, also faced accusations. Giles, refusing to plead in court to protect his property from seizure, was subjected to a brutal form of punishment known as pressing, in which heavy stones were placed on his chest. Over 2 agonizing days, Giles was slowly crushed to death, his final defiant words being, "More weight." By the fall of 1692, public opinion began to shift. Increase Mather, president of Harvard College, condemned the use of spectral evidence, arguing it were better that 10 suspected witches escape than 1 innocent person be condemned. Governor Phipps, influenced by Mather and alarmed by the escalating chaos, dissolved the court of Oyer and Terminer in October and established a new court that excluded spectral evidence. In early 1693, Phipps issued pardons for many still imprisoned, effectively ending the trials. By then, 20 people had been executed, 5 had died in prison, and more than 150 others had been accused. In the aftermath, there was widespread recognition of the trials as a tragic miscarriage of justice. In 1697, Samuel Sewall, one of the judges, publicly apologized for his role. The Massachusetts General Court later designated a day of fasting and reflection. And in 1711, the government offered reparations to the families of those wrongly convicted. The Salem Witch Trials left a lasting scar, becoming a powerful symbol of the dangers of mass hysteria, scapegoating, and the breakdown of justice. Today, memorials in Salem commemorate the victims, and the trials serve as a cautionary tale about the perils of paranoia and fear. Thanks for watching.